My name is Hafsat Yunusa. I got married at 14 and got pregnant at 15. I spent 3 days in labor before I was taken to the hospital. Even at the hospital, I stayed until the next day before the baby was removed. The baby had already died. I was feeling its movement, but the baby stopped moving on the second day. I wasn't really disturbed that I lost the baby because of the excruciating pain I went through during labor. But there was something that was more painful than the loss of the baby. I was lying down, urine was coming out. I sat down, urine was coming out. I was walking and urine was coming out. I couldn't socialize with my folks. I couldn't go to naming ceremonies. I couldn't go to weddings. I couldn't visit my relations. I couldn't go anywhere. I spent 22 years going through these conditions. I know what I went through and I know what I tasted.
She has gone through a lot. Not just her, I myself suffered.
Several years before we met with Fistula Foundation.
Because of her situation, even some of my relations advised me to let go. Because they said there is usually no treatment for the disease. I said, no.
On my part, because of his loyalty, because he didn't disgrace me, I met his first wife when he married me. But she died and left 5 children. I raised the 5 children like my own.
There was a time, because of what she suffered, she sought for other women with VVF during social functions. She will share her story and tell them that she had been cured. She started mobilizing and taking VVF women to other hospitals. At that time, I disagreed and stopped her. Then I realized that she was helping people, apart from the reward she will get from God. With this realization, I decided not to stop her.
I recalled that other women were suffering, and I decided to help them, just like I was helped. I was operated upon free of charge. I was fed free of charge. I was taught a skill. First of all, I was taught tailoring. I was taught knitting. I was taught about pomade making. And I excelled. And I decided I will give something back. I started drawing other women to me, even my neighbors. If you will ask some of them, they benefited from my knowledge. I also decided there was more I could do. For example, if I go to the small neighborhood clinic for visitation and I see pregnant women, I used to make it my business to advise them. Some of the women will ask me to mind my business, while others will accept my advice. But I never got discouraged. I usually tell them to keep coming for antenatal because it is beneficial. I usually cite myself as an example in order to persuade them.
Her presence here actually gives them hope. Gives them hope that, okay, this one has been with us for 22 years and she's now alive, active, vibrant, moving around, no intimidation, and whatsoever.
We need to take obstetric fistula beyond the health sector and see other social drivers of the condition.
There are communities that even cars have never entered. Only motorcycles. Some others, even motorcycles, do not go in because the area is waterlogged. The motorcycle will have to stop while you are ferried across in a canoe from the other bank of the river. Another motorcycle will pick you to complete the journey. When you get back, the procedure is repeated because the locals know how to get you across. You get completely wet. You move out and get another motorcycle that takes you where you left your car. After the surgery, food and other care were provided free of charge. After all these, UNFPA comes to teach you vocational skills. They follow up when you're back to your homes and brought back.
Mu dai mun tsinci kanmu a wannan hali, amma muna fata 'yan uwanmu mata na gaba masu haihuwa su dinga zuwa awo akai-akai fiye da yadda ya kamata.
There are 150,000 women and girls suffering with obstetric fistula in Nigeria, in addition to 20,000 new cases annually. Nationally, there are less than 3,000 fistula repairs done in Nigeria.
Allah ya taimaka, na samu lafiya ga har da yaro.
Girl child education is very important. Lack of education is not good because I have seen the effect from my experience. If I had been educated, I wouldn't have suffered the way I did.
Addressing gender inequalities and harmful social norms allows girls to go to school, to be informed and to receive services that they need. Only then can we see an end to female genital mutilation and child marriage.
The biggest message I have is to call for the building of VVF Center where patients can be taken care of. Everyone, even the poor or the rich, or even people in leadership positions, must have a contribution. Don't undermine your contribution. The little contributions all combine to assist the VVF patients to move out of the situation they found themselves.
In order to achieve the UN resolution to end fistula by 2030, we need to accelerate both preventive and treatment interventions.
This will require a lot of investment, not only from UNFPA but from our partners, to ensure that we get the midwives in place. And we also have all the necessary equipment and the health facilities to ensure that when women are pregnant, even before they give birth, they get the necessary support to ensure that they don't come to this situation in their lives. UNFPA Nigeria is very committed to ensuring that fistula is ended by the year 2030.